Hello and what is up guys, Rye here and welcome back to some more street legal racing Redline. For those of you guys who have no idea what the heck this is a racing car building kind of game from the early 2000s, I think like 2004, so it's definitely not a new game. It's a lot of fun though. So basically you can build cars, you can build pretty much any, or not any, you can build a lot of parts of cars, you can build engines, etc. Right now we are driving our 1,060 horsepower Dodge Viper, which it's not called the Viper in this game, it's called the PFAA Whisper D8800, so it's definitely a weird name. First thing we're going to do, of course, is do a quick drag race. Now, what the point of this game is you build a car, you race it, you can do drifting, you can do racing, you can just do cruising. But the actual, like, really end goal of the storyline is to beat the final boss in, I think, 1 or 2 races. I totally forget at this point, though. This is our great Dodge Viper here, so we're gonna almost stall the thing right there. This thing is definitely not meant for driving on the street. And yeah, the audio does come out sometimes, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's because I have a mod where the audio sounds a bit different, and if it gets the higher revs, it sounds and it cuts out and stuff, but that's okay. Who needs the clutch? I'm not even using the clutch because we just got so much power. We're fine. Oh, we're gonna go left. Oh boy, we're fine. No, we're not fine. This car does not want to go in a straight line though, regardless if I actually have a broken tire or not. We're gonna fix that real quick. 5,000 to repair it. We'll repair the car, please. Tires are pretty worn in the front, so I'll even show you right here. So we have 28 and 37%. You can only repair tires so much. We're gonna buy new tires. I'm not sure what size those were, but let's go back. Running gear. Let's go do tires. I think they were 16 inches, or 15 inches. They were not drag radials, though they were smaller than that. They were 215s, I want to say. I want to say 215s. They were definitely, I think they're 15-inch rims. Alright, 255s, there we go. They're not drag slicks, but pretty much drag rims with just a bit bigger tires. Well, they don't fit the biggest size, so don't really. What size are these even? Are these like 300? Are these drag wheels? These 345s. They definitely shouldn't be. They don't want to drag tires from the front. No. Okay, we're actually going to get rid of all of this. We're gonna buy some new wheels. I think we have the stock wheels in the back. Let's buy running gear, stock rims. I mean, stock rims not for this vehicle, obviously, but stock rims for some vehicle. These are 405s, so I think we want these. So 15-inch drag wheels. We're gonna get the 255 tires. They're only medium compound though. Is there on sport compound? There's soft. There's medium, medium, medium. No. I definitely don't want. I don't want 19-inch tires in the front. This is not a race car. It's more of a drag car. That's a bit better though. I think that was the same size as before. Very close to the same size. Now it's 6:30 at night. Now it's a lot later in the day. Let's go to nighttime again. Skip a few hours. Go out to the street. We're gonna do some racing here. Now the force feedback's really odd in this game, so it fights you back regardless of what's happening, and it's a lot more there. A lot more there. The brakes are awful on this car, they're so bad. But man, is this car fast. Oh, look at that. We're just going real slow here. And the brakes are bad, but they're not terrible. You know, this car is quite heavy for being literally a shell of a vehicle. We're gonna race a GT2 or a. This guy is the first place guy, right? I think we're gonna race the PFA Nexus Extreme Edition. We're gonna do it just for a few $1,000 bet because I'm not sure if we can actually win. 9,000 is a bit high. Let's do $3,000 bet. I'm not sure if we can win against this guy. I totally forgot. I haven't played this game in a while, if you can tell. I think it's like middle of December. But I want to get to the campaign still. So we're racing a mid-engine supercar, but we have a Dodge Viper, so you know we're gonna win, obviously.
2, 1,
Oh yeah. Oh, he smashed into the curb, I think. We won. He spun out. Okay, we're good. That wasn't that bad at all. Our tires are getting a bit worn in the back. I might swap out some new tires, because I think they're running at like 7 PSI, which is incredibly low, but they are drag tires. We're going to go back to garage for a second. I just want to see here. So what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to meet all the qualifications to do the Race of Champions, which is like the final boss race. You have to have $100,000 just to enter. You have to have blah blah blah. You have to bring spare parts. I had a stroke there. You have to bring spare parts to this because there's a chance you won't win the first time. Basically, once you enter, you can just keep doing the race until you win. I think. You need 750 prestige points for your car. I'm not sure if the Viper can get that high. Be in the top 5 of all the racers. So right now, I think we're in the top 5. It just sort of glitched out for us because yeah, we're number 2 right now. We're number 2 most prestige. Vince, Rise, Save, Polanski, that's my name, of course, don't wear it out. I'm red, yeah, yellow. Yeah, weird. Like what? Well, I made $1 million in cash. Oh, I have a reward and extras, nice. Yeah, that's cheats menu if you want cheats. So we're gonna do, I think we're gonna go and see if we can buy another car, because I don't think this thing can get, this thing is 620 prestige points. We need to get to 700. I think one of the only ways you can get that is either with a classic car or with a supercar, which I really, really want to get a supercar. Not the Naxos. I want to get the. I think there's 3 supercars. I want to get one of them because they're all pretty good. Good weight distribution. They're all really light. Kind of surprising because they're huge vehicles. Our car is worth $57,000 to sell, so we can buy a few cars here. Or oh, this is a good car. An Emmer known as Street GT. This is a Skyline, I think. And then there's another one that's a BMW M3. Or we can get a pickup truck, which is pretty good. Or we can get this Camaro right here, MCA MCGT Camaro, basically. That's a V8, pretty good. I mean, they are a little heavy. The Emmer Notice is a pretty good price. It does have a body kit on it already, which the body kit's worth a fair bit. It looks like a stock non-turbo engine in here, which doesn't really matter because the engine's getting pulled out probably anyways. Is there any nitrous? But yeah, I was actually also told I probably should install nitrous on my car. I could probably win a lot more races if I had nitrous, but I don't want to blow the engine. Let's go for, I think we're a V8. I think we can go V8 performance systems and we'll get some NOS. We'll see how that's doing. We'll see if we can get a good quarter-mile time. So 96-pound canister. We want the biggest canister, of course. Blue. This is NOS one. Looks cool. And I think we can buy a NOS system. I was pretty sure we could get a. Oh, might as well get a gauge cluster. I was pretty sure we can get several NOS kits. And we're gonna buy a second one. I'm gonna see if we can install 2 NOS kits. We can have like 100 pounds of boost, 180 pounds of boost. Oh, you can. Oh, that's good. We got a lot of boost. A lot of boost. We've got our massive. How big is our engine actually? Our engine is a 7-liter V8. It has no horsepower per liter. There's no horse. Oh wait. No indoor available. Press gauge. Press gauge. Wait, does it run still? The canister's missing the press gauge. I think we need lines. Engine, V8, Green Performance Systems. We got that. Go back in here into fuel systems. It might be in here. Might be. I have to run some fuel lines. I'm not too sure. Weird. I'm gonna go back to performance systems. We've got a gauge. Press gauge. We can't just buy press gauge. Okay, apparently not. We've lost 1 horsepower seemingly. That's okay though. And we've gained it back. We're actually pretty close to 750. We could probably get to 750 if we actually put body panels on this car with that. The NOS give more. Let's go to. Let's wait till it states. Actually, it's enough. Let's go to the test track and drive this car down the quarter mile. See what we can do here. We're gonna turn it around here. Be gentle on it. Only 7,000. That's gentle enough. Ring it out every time. Audio just cuts out. I love that. I definitely shake off these mods, but How much we'll take the mods on, and the engines do sound better with the mods, in my opinion. Okay. This thing is literally just a straight line car, does not turn at all. Okay, we're going really slow here, line up. This is the start line for our quarter-mile test and stuff, so we can. This is acceleration test. So once we start going, we start going. I think NOS is N. We're gonna turn that on. Yep. And we are going to do this. I actually can't tell if NOS is on, but we're still going quite fast. Quarter mile time in 9 seconds. We're into drag car territory. It's 1 mile time of 23 seconds. There's no way we can break in time there. We're gonna smash into the wall. I think the NOS was working. It went down for a second there. I'm gonna try that one more time. I'm just gonna try it in a straight line here. Let's just get ready. Let's just start going here. Let's just put it in 4th. I think it helps. I think the shot's way too small of NOS because we're reaching way too slowly. Let's actually tune the NOS here. We can go to the NOS rails. Yeah, we're only doing 143 pounds an hour, so we've got an hour's worth of NOS here. 1,000 shot of nitrous. Oh no, this is gonna be... The engine might get blown here. We've got some money saved up though. I'm not too worried. Let's replace the tires though, because they are getting incredibly low. Running gear, tires. We need 405mm wide tires. These are quite large tires. We're gonna just lower them down to a solid 7 psi, because this is literally just for drag racing and nothing else. Your top speed is limited by that, but for racing. Okay, now we're gonna go back to the test track here. Now it's gonna be real scary. So I think we got what, 21 seconds in the actual 1 mile. We're gonna turn around nice and slow here. We're gonna get back all the way over to the start line again. Casual 200 kilometers, 240 kilometers an hour. Nice and casual. Just hit the red limiter, that's fine. And slow down. Back up just a bit here. And we're going left, okay. Nice and slow here. This thing is really not meant for going slow at all. We're trying to get this thing straight if we can. I'm sorry if the audio quality is gonna be not great, because the force feedback on this game is pretty crazy. Well, I've activated NOS before. Oh, you have to hold it down. Okay, I think we're using it now. Oh yeah. We're gonna go back and we're gonna change our gearing here. We hit the limiter at 360 kilometers an hour, top speed, very quickly. We're gonna go to the actual transmission and change the final drive, like a bit lower here. We're gonna go back there. I'm just gonna try it again because that was a pretty high top speed. Nice and slow. Let's not hit the wall. Oh, keeping the car in reverse is not a good idea there. I wonder what it costs to fill up 180 pounds of NOS, 184 pounds to be exact of NOS. Probably not cheap. I don't know how this guy affords all this stuff for his car and he hasn't gotten pulled over once. I don't know. Even though there are cops in this game, they're so rare. It's pretty much like there are no cops in this game. Let's go down to this first gear here. Drop to first gear at 60 kilometers an hour. That's fine. And we're gonna go ahead and launch this thing again. So we're gonna put a brake. We're gonna sit in first gear. And just hold the NOS down the whole time. For a mile of 8.7, that's faster. We're already at 360. We're at 400 kilometers an hour. 460 kilometers an hour. Quarter mile of 20 seconds. 460 kilometers an hour in 1 mile. We're making a supercar. I don't even know how much miles it is. This is a very fast car. We're gonna repair some stuff here. So I think it's safe to say we can probably win. If we had all-wheel drive, this thing would be just a monster. What we're gonna do though, go to nighttime. We're gonna do a race. I want to use the NOS in a race. We could probably even launch from 3rd gear with NOS, and it probably gets out real quick. I'll actually use the clutch this time. Like it's just spinning somehow. There we go. This truck just doesn't even stop. That's cool. Oh, there's a cop up ahead. Oh shit. Oh shit. We're gonna stop here for a second. Oh, let's go. We're good. We're far. Yeah, you don't see too much cops. I mean, we are driving through the downtown city here right now. Took the, I don't want to say the short route, but the definitely more dangerous route because you can crash literally anything. And especially on people, do not crash into people like that guy on the right. Don't crash into him because your car will get totaled and you will be sad. The steering is so weighted right now. It's crazy. But, you know, it feels, I don't want to say realistic, but this is a drag car. We're going to race the GT2, I think. We're going to put a, as long as we don't wipe out at the beginning, we'll be fine. Because we can hit in the quarter mile 360 at least. Just leaving it first, launching max RPM. Do we even need our NOS? I don't think so even. And we've just changed our gearing to be a lot better for top speed and a lot worse for, no, not a lot worse, so worse for quarter miles, and we still beat him. That was the best guy in the game. Is that our dog barking? In the game? Well, congratulations, we become top racer of the Blue Cheetah Racing Club. What a great name. Was it the Red Flames are next? Is that what that was? Oh no. I don't like these names at all. Oh, our vehicle's 699 prestige. Or is that our prestige or our vehicle's? I don't even know. So we weigh 4,200 pounds. We've got 1,060 horsepower out of a 7-liter V8 that revs to, wow. We're up to 10,000 if we want to. We are up to just to 8,000 or 9,000. 9,500 looks like. Making still a lot of horsepower there, though. We could probably even rig it out a bit higher. It runs on diesel oil. This is a diesel engine, apparently. Doesn't really seem like one. Can we actually, change it so we have a bit higher? Over peak RPM. It's honestly fine that we're over peak RPM because we're still making a ton of power, right? Like, we're still making 800 horsepower and 370 pound-feet of torque. Not a lot of pound-feet of torque for diesel oil. Is that like is it diesel fuel? I'm not too. Yeah, is that what that is? So we're gonna go to the next day, and we'll do another race in the next series. We'll do a race in the next series because it's gonna be different racers now. There we go, just drop the clutch completely and just start going. We're good. And nice little turn here, and we're turning right. Oh god, this thing doesn't brake. And we're fine. And up here it gets a little weird. We're gonna go make sure we don't crash. Casualty 180. Not a lot of traffic in this road. I think I have traffic turned down quite a bit because traffic is literally insane in this game. Oh, we're sharp right turn here. We're good. Nice and slow. The brakes are so great. But no, participate. Don't want to watch. I don't care. We're gonna race a pickup truck. Max bid 13,000. You can play for pinks in this game. I don't think it'll let us though, just because we have no secondary car. That's what 10,000 RPM a 7-liter V8 sounds like. I hope I can't see. Oh, nice. Oh gosh, that hurt. Oh gosh. You can see the NOS injection I'm using. I don't know why there's no mini-map. Is it just like part of the thing? Is that just part of this race series? I'm not too sure.
You win the race.
There's no mini-map. Is it supposed to happen? I'm not too sure. Oh gosh, I can't see anything in front of me. What's happening? We're good. Why is the camera angle so far away? Can I change that? But did you guys see that wheel I did back there? Wow. That's impressive, honestly. I can't change the camera angle. How do you change the camera angle? Well, that's fine. We're fine. We're gonna race a another car. We'll do $18,000 bet. It's fine. We're earning some money today. We're making some money. We're preparing for the actual final. His vehicle sounds pretty good. It's definitely lifted up too much, but okay. Just keep going here. I don't even know how fast we're going, but I'm assuming it's pretty fast. Probably around 350, 400 kilometers an hour. I like how after every race, the game automatically just slams on the brakes for you for no apparent reason. Like that's the best way to ruin your tires. But winning $18,000 in a single race, we can afford new tires several times a race. We're gonna repair everything. We've got 95 grand right now. I'm going to search for a new vehicle. Let's just take a quick search here today and see if we can find anything else. I kind of want to get a secondary car because I think then it'll allow us to play for pinks, which of course, winning a car is a lot better than betting money because we can win cars. This is a Nissan 200 or 240, I guess is what it is. Emernoda Street GT. This is a BMW 3 Series, I think. Sunstrip. This is a Honda. Oh, the name, I'm forgetting the name here. It's a front engine, and it looks a weird little thing. I forget what it's called. And then we have another BMW. And we have a Shibu Sunset. This is a Mitsubishi Eclipse. I'm like stuttering, I'm not sure what it is now. There's a lot of cars in this game, we gotta know what each and every one is, so there's nothing really good used. Let's go to the new car lot, see if there's anything half decent. If there is, I really want to buy a supercar. Because who wouldn't want to buy a supercar? A brand new Invalgan 110 GTK, which is actually the high-end Invalgan, I think, right? No, it's the medium. Well, it's the high-end, but there's a higher than this. This is a supercar's 4-cylinder. We can buy a Lancia Stratos HF brand new 1974 model, but in this playthrough right now, I don't want to use the modded cars because I think they are kind of broken. This thing's pretty light. It's all-wheel drive. It's got only 4-cylinder, 400 horsepower though, so it is probably pretty fast 0 to 60. I'm not gonna lie. It's a Mitsubishi Lancer RC300, which is not the highest end, and another Invalgan 110. This is the GT. Nothing crazy here. We're gonna go back quickly though and go to the other shop. There's so much shops in this game, it's crazy. We're going to the trade-in car section where you can trade in your car towards another car. I'm not sure why there's the 3 options, but you know they have that. I like the options, but you can buy a MCA Stallion 3.2. This is a Mustang. I kind of like having these. They are a little bit lighter than my car, for sure lighter. And I can stuff a V8 in here. It's a Mustang. I think this body actually looks pretty cool. I like the generation of Mustang. It looks actually better in game. The outside now, that's kind of cool. A 110 GTK, a Duin Sunstream. This is a Honda Del Sol. Or a brand new pickup truck. This is a 750 Extra. This is a pickup truck. This is the top of line. 6,000 pounds though, so it's a bit on the heavier scale. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go back to the main shop here. We are going to find a supercar. Yes, I want to find a supercar. And we're going to kit that thing out to the 9s and sort of prepare a bit more and start setting up for the final event. Because this is our prestige, I think. That's our car. I think we need a bit more prestige. Yeah, I'm going to look for a car and see if we can buy a supercar. I'll be back in just 1 sec. Okay, guys, so it's been a minute. It's been a while since you know, I recorded this. Probably like an hour of me actually looking for a car. I did eventually give up on looking for a car. Instead, I earned some money doing races, and then I finally bought my own supercar. This is the PFAA Naxos Extreme Edition, the highest end Naxos. I think the chassis alone was like 65 grand. Very expensive, but it was worth it because the car weighs 3,700 pounds. I also there's like a hidden options for like cheats and stuff. I didn't use cheats, but I allowed the ability to buy kits or suspension and stuff because I didn't want to build the suspension. I wanted just a good drag suspension that I didn't have to build because I know you can get kits in this game. So I got a suspension kit, which, you know, you pay for the whole price of it. It just pretty much installs it, just puts everything you need for you. So I got a drag suspension kit. I actually swapped out the tires, which are these tires, with drag radials in the rear, which they've already been used a bit. I did swap out the engine for a Prime DLH V8 engine. This thing's a bit different. It's similar, but it's a bit different. It is a 8.4 liter supercharged V8, 1,014 torque, 1,160 horsepower. It does go quite fast. I've reached about 480, 490 kilometers an hour in my testing, so a very fast vehicle. It is lighter, 3,700 pounds. Still rear-wheel drive, which is what I don't like about it, to be honest. Besides that, it's a pretty good engine. It doesn't rev as high, but it still revs quite high, around 9,000 RPM is the Redline. It still makes power past that, though, actually. Can we get past that? Is that too much to ask? No, we're going to break the engine. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, the car is pretty much done. It's bare bones chassis. We only have 586 prestige points, I think. I think this is vehicle person prestige. I don't know, one of the two. I spent a lot of days. I think we spent like, what, 10 days probably me looking for cars, and I gave up. So, you know, after looking for races and stuff, and you know, I was looking at other bodies too. I actually bought another Dodge Viper chassis, the best Dodge Viper chassis for like 90 grand. But I sold it after I couldn't improve it much more than what I had, and I was like, yeah, I'd rather have a mid-engine supercar. Weight distribution is better for this, of course, so we're gonna have more grip in the rear. Acceleration so far is awesome, so we're gonna do a quick drag test, just to see how this, you know, what this thing is capable of. And the engine is actually backwards, so the transmission is actually sticking into the cabin because I didn't want it sticking out the back. And then the blower is sticking backwards, so I just changed it to turning around, which is kind of funny. So we're gonna do this. You can see the actual tachometer for revs looks a bit different. This is a different engine, obviously. It feels a little bit slower in the low end, like a little slower 0-60. I think we have a bit less torque, is what we have. I was actually looking at a quad turbo V12 for a while, which is what I saved a lot of money to get, a quad turbo V12. But I could make crazy. I could make like 1,500 horsepower, and I thought I'd rather save $60,000. I mean, that's what I sold it for, profit 60 grand. Have this instead. It was also quite a bit heavier, around 300 pounds heavier than this engine. So I don't think it was worth it in my opinion. Maybe I should have kept it. It was I think about 1,500 horsepower and 3,000 pound-feet of torque. But if I wanted, no, it was 1,200 horsepower and 3,000 pound-feet of torque. But if I wanted more horsepower, I sacrificed literally 2,000 pound-feet of torque, and I didn't want to do that. So I stuck with this engine. Good old American V8 in a supercar of some origin. I'm not too sure. We're gonna go launch it. My force feedback was not liking that at all. 0 to 200 in 3.3 seconds. Now the only problem with this car is it has a much smaller NOS tank, just the 90 whatever pound-feet. We run on the NOS a little bit early there. We finished a quarter mile in about 17.4, so it is faster in the 1 mile, which is important for the final drag race. This car is still very competitive in short quarter mile drag races. We're going to swap out the tires though. Or new tires, obviously. We still have 60 grand to play with, so a lot of money left over, which is fine. So you can actually buy running gear kits, or you can buy engine kits actually. Oh, I didn't even notice that. You can buy engine kits too. Maybe we'll try that right now. I doubt I can afford an engine kit, so there's a lot of engine kits from mods. We have a 4A GE engine kit, LS engine kit, etc. These are all the modded engine kits and stuff. Then it goes to the game engine kits, and then a few more modded ones. We have a Ford V8s, more Ford V8s, more Ford V8 turbo kits, things like that. And then we have the actual stock engine kits. Nothing there too fancy. A 522 cubic inch stroker, the default, not modded. A 605 stroker kit. That's gotta be a mod, right? It's gotta be a mod. I don't know. Looking for the Devil's engines are also mods. Those are like super good engines. Is there a quad turbo? I don't think there's a quad turbo V12 kit actually. Oh, wait. Stock engine steady racing and racing. A racing kit for 97,000. We can actually try that. We can actually try that. Let's how much does it sell for? Oh, we can't afford that. Okay, this is fine for now. I might buy that kit in the future. Let's buy some tires, and we're gonna call it a day. And hopefully, we are still working towards the ultimate goal, of course, of what am I going to body for? What do I keep going there for? The ultimate goal of course, beating the primary campaign. Then I'll start playing around with some mods and stuff, and building some cool cars, yada yada yada. Let's slow down. 7 psi. Gonna help with our launches just a bit. I could probably change, because look, the final drive is 1.8 because it's 0.5 to 1 per 6 gear. I'm going to change it down to 0.7 and move this up to 2. So a bit less hardcore on the final drive ratio. The car is good there. It's a very hollow shell, but we are saving 500 pounds being this way with similar horsepower and torque. I think we have a little less torque than before. No, we have more torque. We've got over 1,000 pound-feet of torque now. Again, running on diesel oil, 8.4 liter supercharged V8. I wish we can keep revving, because we could still make over 800 horsepower up until, you know, whatever RPM force it breaks after where we're at, but still, it makes no horsepower at 0 RPM, who would have thought, and then it goes up from there. So yeah, the car is good for now. We finally added NOS to our vehicles, and it helps it a lot. I just don't like how this is a smaller canister. But for short drag races, it's not a problem. Just for longer races, the final race, this will be. But I think the final race is just like quite a bit of a straight area with a lot of bumps, a lot of waves, so you got to slow down a bit. Then it's a mountainous curve, I think, then a little bit more of a curve, and then I think it's just a straightaway to the finish line. It's a pretty simple track for the finale, if I remember. I'm not too sure, if I remember, though. So this is the BFAA Naxos Extreme Edition chassis, the supercar. If you guys know what car this is based off of, because they're all based off of cars, I think this is based off of, this is a really long headlights, maybe based off of like a Cadillac or a Ferrari, I think, maybe. Like a Cadillac concept car I'm thinking of. I can't remember the name, but yeah. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.